Welcome to Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development. As of current time of 4:25 p.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum traded $2,814, about 6.4% so far. With respect to over crypto market and the equity market, we are bright red today. With respect to inflationary pressure being displayed and regurgitate on the media front, combined with the double whammy effects of negative corporate earnings outlook collectively from a lot of the large tech companies, and also with respect to Tesla, which from the recent acquisition of Elon Musk, acquiring Twitter, is shaking investors' confidence, combined with the sell-off on Tesla down about 11% at one point, combined with the COVID variants that seems like it's still percolating in China, that is relatively negative in terms of depicting the outlook for China economy going forward, combined with just as a recent time, seems like Google report a miss on earnings and revenue as well, despite their $70 billion buyback, which is technically a good thing, driving collectively that, I would say, combined with anticipated pressure, with a lot of just negative sentiment and people just being shaken off, knowing the fact that if you are thinking about the market cycle where we are right now, we are pretty much at the anger in transitioner to depression. So we're technically just sliding off the cliff until we hit technically the logical bottom in the market cycle that we need to endure going forward. And how long will this last technically, right? To be honest, I don't really know. I think we have to have that type of rip the bandage off type of affectation, up to the point of when we feel just completely depressed, collectively. And what will really make us depressed is really to see all the mega tech companies that we've seen to be, seem to be or used to be stable stocks that sustain well during volatility, to be out of that equation as well. So we need some sort of a shock effect, right? Onto potentially maybe even driving Tesla down to like the 600s, the low 500 all over again. And I think at that point, as we meet the timing of the May FOMC meeting, onto really just depleting to the point of depression, which again, I'm still, emphasizing on that transitionatory type of period that we're transitioning from anger stage onto depression stage, that we are in transition down into this ladder of, the escalator downward right now. And until we hit that point, which, we will then technically go back up from there into going on to the disbelief, and then subsequently hope and optimism, and then belief through and euphoria all over again. So with respect to Ethereum, despite all of this macro affectation, it's not really a direct correlation onto driving Ethereum to go down, but crypto has some correlations to the overall financial market, right? Whenever you see increase in interest rates or inflationary pressure or recession, it doesn't just affect specifically equity, which are companies, but crypto also has that direct correlations onto dragging it down as well. So as of right now, you can see that clearly we broke below the 2853 level, which is a monumental level. And where do we go next? If we will actually have a shot of actually going down, will be somewhere around like 2750, all the way to 2621. But how likely can we keep going down, right, to the 2621? Knowing the fact that we're the 37 out of 70 already, and at the same time, with respect to cross section, we've been crossing for quite some time now. So continuous sell off from here would, knowing the fact that with respect to the 2853 is a relatively substantive level already, and we crack through it, the next logical level would be somewhere around 2621. So holding on would be the logical thing to do if you don't have any cash reserve. Buying more would also be not a terrible decision, I would say, because of the fact that if you believe in the technicals that it will come true, that the 2853 versus the 2621, right? The 2621 actually is a little bit more substantive than 2853. So anything in between is still logical. Is the reason why we're levitating in between those levels. So 2621 is not terrible in terms of incurring risk as a rise is coming. In respect to Bitcoin, down about 6%. We broke through the 38,000, right? 38,500 is the next logical level. At the same time, right now, the 36 out of 70, the next logical leap down, if we go all the way, would be somewhere around, would be 34,500. But in terms of the level that we at right now, I think what's more logical would be somewhere around like 37,000, based on the current leap down from here. With respect to Ethereum Classic, down about 9%. Again, anywhere from basically current level all the way down to $28 is logical to DCA. Respect to Dogecoin, down about 11.4% so far. Giving up everything that we gained from the Elon Musk acquisition for Twitter, selling down all the way to 11 cents, all the way to 10.66 is logical. Basically, we can see that clearly the momentum is highly negative. At the same time, we try to cross up, but you can see that clearly we fuse back down, canceling out. So selling back down to somewhere around like the 11.66 all the way to 10 cents is logical. Cardano down about 8% so far. Anywhere from 85 to 75 from here is logical. Solana is at 96 right now, so anywhere from basically 90 downwards is still logical to DCA. XRP down about 5.7%. Anywhere from 69 to 57 is logical to DCA. Anywhere from basically 62 to 57 is where the green light will be on when I'm looking at it. And then with respect to Polkadot, sorry, I have a phone call. Just cancel it for a second. And with respect to Polkadot is down about 7% so far as well. Anywhere from 16 all the way to 14.06 from here, based on the current setup. Right now it's relatively negative. There's no signs of reversal yet, but we can see that clearly we bounced from the 35 on the RSI scale in the past. In respect to Algorand, it's down about 6.87%. We're basically rock bottom right now. With the rock bottom was basically 65, so we're basically there right now. And you can see that every single time we got around it, we kind of reverse and bounce back up. So not terrible in terms of incurring risk. Definitely it's a patience game, so you have to kind of hold on for a while. Shiba Inu 2100, 1400 to 900 from here. All right. MATIC's down about 7.5%. 143 to 120. Right. We are basically selling off all the way to the extremity right now. So I would say anywhere from basically current level down to 120 is still logical. AVAX down about 6.62% so far. 59 to 50 from here would be where I would DCA. Luna down about 9% so far, giving up everything that we got before. So anywhere from basically starting on 75 onward down is logical to DCA, but anywhere from basically if you believe that we can sustain 75, great. But if we break 75, we're a long way to go, right? 62, 52 to 45 from here. Okay. So with respect to Ethereum, well, we are holding on. It seems like we're breaking away from the bullish channel that we're trying to form, and we also broke through the 2850 because of the overall macro market sentiment is quite negative, right? So it seems like with respect to the recent earning, Alphabet or Google has missed the earnings, so they're selling off. But Microsoft is on the opposite side of the spectrum. It's surging up slightly, not really. It's like more of a normalized surge. Then also with respect to the VIX, which is the volatility index, is crazy high right now, 24.06% as of today. So a lot of fear going on, a lot of emotional roller coaster. A lot of people are reluctantly selling on a loss because of margin calls and also because of just, the bleed never stops. It seems like it's been just selling off for consecutive days. So the recession fear is definitely real. But if you hold on and you stay strong and follow through, right? Follow through the cycle that we've talked about, right? We're going to be in for a little bit, right? But eventually we will hit to a point where we will technically be at the bottom, then we'll reverse up. But in terms of timing, how and when will that come? That's an impossible feat that you will never be able to do. So I think the best solution right now is just to be patient and hold on, and allow for this to go over time, and eventually you'll get to a point where it'll reverse, and eventually hope that time will solve itself. So the best policy is to be patient and not allow your emotions to shake you off and sell on a loss, right? So it's definitely a wild west out there. It's not the most ideal, and it's definitely stressful. I am stressed myself. But eventually we know that after we get there, we're going to come back up onto disbelief, and then eventually hope, again, right, if I'm shifting my phase to hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria all over again. Okay? So appreciate you. Have a good day, and I'll look out for the next one. Take care.